new investor for your business. So today we have the special opportunity to present to you, wherein we one side where we are selling thousands of franchise opportunities to our investor community. So we also have an opportunity wherein Franchise India is offering our own partnership, our own franchise, you can say that way, in different cities, where we are looking forward for professionals who are very keen for and passionate about the consulting business. So we train them, we help them, we guide them, and then they also service the investor community at large. So as Franchise India has started this journey in 1999, so we are exactly 25 years now. We have helped thousands and lakhs and millions of investors for helping them to get them into business, because we have a byline: no one in the world sells more business than Franchise India. So that's our byline. And today, if anyone, if you looking forward for starting a new business or getting into some business, there is none in the market who would really help. So Franchise India is the only trusted advisory firm who is dedicated into this service and helping across nation the investors to help them to get them into business. So today we have also joined Mrs. Sonia Chaudhary. She is the managing director at Franchise India. I think if I'm saying that she is the only one who started this advisory company and this broking business, wherein we start helping investors across, and she has done more than 300 webinars, till now to launch these new brands to the investor community. So every day we have 12 o'clock wherein we are presenting a new opportunity to the investors. They digitally come and they attend that training program, they attend that brand training program and launch program, wherein our consultants who are regionally now with us are getting those leads and inquiries and prospects is application, and then they further work on those and get them right opportunity for them. So we will also discuss today what is franchising that journey at large. We'll also discuss what franchising is today, scale up, where we have reached today, how big this industry is, and also what's an opportunity for you today once after attending this webinar. So I'm very happy to invite Sonia ji to take us through, to set the perspective on this, and then we'll also have presentation where we can give you more understanding about the structure of independent franchise consultants, what opportunity we have, how big this is, and what is the payout structure, and what are the stages wherein the growth stages, wherein one can go from one stage to another stage. So that also we will take you through the presentation. So thank you very much, ma'am, for joining in, for your time also. So over to you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sanjay, and thank you so much, friends, for joining in. I think Sanjay has set a very great perspective, and in fact summarized what we do at company at large. And maybe I'd like to add on and extend some part of that. And also I'll request, friends, all of you, this is a session that we would want all of you to engage and interact as much as possible, because the opportunity which is being presented is none other than becoming a partner with the company Franchise India itself. So more we get to know about you and what you do and how we can rather know each other, I think any such questions would be helpful for us to get engaged with. And so friends, so we'll cover, what is how you can partner, what is the opportunity in your micro markets, and second, why should that be Franchise India? If there's an opportunity existing in the market, then why should we partner with Franchise India to maybe monetize or leverage that opportunity? So we take that part also and discuss on that. And third, we'll talk about the franchise industry at large. How big is the industry? Fourth, we'll also pick up, how you qualify to become a partner, right? So while I said this is an opportunity for maybe a prospective entrepreneur to partner with Franchise India, but not everybody can qualify to become a partner. So we'll even set the criteria and the conditions, parameters on how you can qualify. Fifth is, the training, the support that you get from Franchise India as you qualify to become a partner. And lastly, what is the monetization model? How do you make money? And like my colleague Sanjay said, there's a different structure because we have created a very progressive structure. So a lot of my partners today have even gone to a stage where they started from maybe the base tier, and the base tier is also very, very attractive. And, they moved through these tiers over a period of time. And when I say period of time, in our structure, it is not number of years that you spend to reach a certain tier, but the performance that you do, proactiveness and your time involvement overall put together makes that structure attractive for you. So friends, Franchise India, is a trusted advisor, because this is an opportunity for all of you to understand how you can partner. So if you want to partner with any company, it is important that we understand what this company is all about and what is the opportunity in the industry at large. So Franchise India has been, in the business we are running in the 25th year now, and we have been a trusted advisor, a consultant to India's, I would say, the most influential businesses, business houses, startup companies, any new brand wanting to launch their business in the market. That's what we have been all these years on one side. On the other side, a very big, I would say, a prospective business buyer community. We call them investors. We call them prospective entrepreneurs. That's what, we have largely worked with. And we are proud to say that we are an investor-centric and a franchise-focused company. So when I say investor-centric, we work around the requirements of an investor, look at the opportunities which are needed for him in his market based on the appetite. And on the other side, we help companies scale and help them reach out to various geographies across India, which can be maybe a national approach, it could be a cluster-led approach, it could be a city-based approach, depending on the rollout or the potential of that particular brand. So now at the group level, we are an integrated company. And when I say integrated company, any integrated company brings a lot of synergies along with it, right? So when I say integrated company, we reach out to everybody who's a community of franchising. So from brands to business buyers, and almost 90% of market share today. I don't say that today we have, but this is a market share that we have retained over the last 25 odd years. And we have an extremely strong presence in about more than 90 cities across the country. So which means that we are present across the length and breadth of the country. The year 21-22, we are closing 22-23 in the next 3 odd months. The last year we closed the year, at about 960 crore of gross transactional value of business. So GTV hai, which is gross transaction value. So nearly 960 crore ka हमने total business जो है हमारी teams ने, I would say in very short, we sold that business, right? That was the value of the transaction that we sold. And a larger part of that, transactions that we did in the last year were contributed by our independent franchise consultants, our channel partners, who did that contribution. And equally, I strongly, I would say, while we still have 3 more months to close this financial year, we already have surpassed what we achieved, the last year complete. So, and when we started the company, we realized that, any company, any brand, if they want to grow, they require broadly 3 sets of capabilities or readiness. And first and foremost, what you need if you want to expand is you need to have the right business model in place, which is scalable, and you have people who are, coming forward to maybe become a partner. Second is you need as a company marketing, capabilities. And third, you need distribution. Distribution means your feet on the street, your presence in the market to be able to capture the impact of the marketing which has been created. So at Franchise India, we worked all these years not only to build these capabilities and capacities, but we also evolved over a period of time to add value to the entire franchise community. So the idea was to have maybe our ecosystem of brands and maybe the community of investors to be served very, very closely, very hyper-local approach. And through our group companies, we have a very big media house, which gives an opportunity to millions of investors to come and research opportunities through exhibitions, through physical events through our magazine, which is the biggest B2B magazine in the country today. The second business is Francop, which is again an American company and the largest and the oldest, franchise consulting company in the world, which comes with nearly 46 years of experience. And Franchise India is the partner of Francop in India. And Francop help companies to make them franchise ready. So any company jisko model create karna hai, wo Francop ke paas aate hain, and they create their business model from their financials, legal agreement, marketing, communication. All that is done by Francop. And in these 15 years of, Francop in the market, on an average, we have been consulting nearly, 500 brands every year. And this number is growing, as we close every year. And so which also means that these are the number of brands we have actually got into franchising, which were never into franchising. So aap samajh sakte hain, ever since we started, our consulting business companies, which were never into franchising also, came into franchising. And Frank Klopp globally has consulted companies like Hilton, McDonald's, KFC, Hershey's. All these companies have been consulted globally, by Frank Klopp. The third business is transaction business. Yeah, simple mein bolu, brokerage hamara business hai. And this is a business we have been doing for the last, I would say now, 17 odd years. And we felt there was a big need in the market. Hindustan जैसी जगह में जहाँ पे तकरीबन 1 मिलियन आपके पास ब्रोकर है जो रियल एस्टेट बेचता है, या 1 मिलियन ब्रोकर है जो आपका स्टॉक इन्वेस्टमेंट में हेल्प करता है. आज की तारीख में भी the opportunity, or I would say, a business which is as big as, franchising, and every home which has an aspiration of buying a business. I'm sure everybody out here, jitne bhi aap sab aaye hain, aap koi na koi business shuru karna chahte hain. And I'm sure many of you would know, aapke ghar mein, friends mein, family mein, inner circle mein, koi na koi zarur hoga jo business kharidna chahte hain. And I'm sure that's true with us also. Every time I meet some of my friends, somebody in the family, they always come and ask me, kaun sa acha business hum shuru kar sakte hain. So this is one need, which is there in every home. So even with that kind of a need, I would say there is still not the kind of reach which maybe an opportunity like this can have. And hence, that's, makes all of us very, very, I would say, important to maybe add value in this entire ecosystem. So all these years, Franchise India has worked to democratize entrepreneurship, which means that anybody who wants to become an entrepreneur, it should be made accessible to him, right? चाहे वो छोटा business है, कोई 5 लाख का करना चाहता है, 50 लाख का करना चाहता है, 5 करोड़ का करना चाहता है, 100 करोड़ का करना चाहता है. So over these years, we have created that capability by distribution. हमारी खुद की teams हैं, brands हैं, opportunities हैं जो दी जा सकती है, right? So that's what we have done. And being a start your own business specialist, and like I mentioned, India being a big shopkeeper nation, every home with an aspiration to start a business, we still don't have many people who can help people to start a business. Now, from a consultant perspective, when I look at, you find many consultants in the market, and we also work with many companies जो अपनी franchisee बेचते हैं to make more consultants. So when I say more consultants in the market who can help whatever business you are doing, उसको आप grow कर सकते हो. आप ये करते हो, how can you improve your business? ऐसे consultants बहुत हैं market में. There are many companies who do that. But how many of you, I would ask, would have found people who come and tell you, we are in the business of getting you in the business. हम आपका एक धंधा शुरू करवा सकते हैं, business शुरू करा सकते हैं. So you will not find many people out there. So this is where, our role comes in. And another thing which I want to say, why this is also becoming very, very important today, whenever we want to take an important decision in our life, चाहे वो आपकी education का हो, आपकी job का हो, आप, marriage का हो, or any other important decision which you want to take in your life, you always want somebody who can advise you, you can, be helped by him. आपको कहीं ना कहीं support चाहिए होता, आपको चाहिए होता कोई second करे उसके लिए. And buying a business is something which is again, one of the most important decisions one can make in their life. We don't take these decisions like a New Year resolution. ऐसा नहीं कि हर साल New Year आता है, हम हर साल नए business खरीदते हैं. It can be maybe once in a lifetime opportunity. Maybe साल में पूरी lifetime में शायद 2 या 3 businesses हम करें. So when a mentor comes in, he brings in a lot of valuable insights. He helps in bringing, insights on the industry. He's able to align the interest between the company as well as maybe a potential business buyer. And जो दूसरी चीज है जो मैंने बहुत common देखी है, I meet with a lot of investors, or I would call them entrepreneurs or prospective entrepreneurs who want to buy business. They find it very, very challenging कि ठीक है, brand information है, we understand what company is, but how do I get started? So advisor is somebody who can assess the viability of the business, your own appetite, and maybe help you, create a path for starting a business, understanding, your timelines. And so that's what, brings us here. And now, a bigger question is also, how big is this demand in the market? I talked about every home has a, somebody or an entrepreneur who wants to, or maybe a budding entrepreneur who wants to start a business. So today, the entrepreneurial demand, especially when I talk about the bottom of the pyramid, micro businesses, छोटे businesses हैं, which is run perhaps in your neighborhood from maybe mother dairies, Amul booths, to even pharmacy stores, your local salons, जो आसपास आपके खुलते हैं. This is very, very high, right? And this is the reason why the brand conscious today has also become very high. Now, as the brand consciousness, rises, आपका जो organized consumption है वो बढ़ता जाता है, and more people want to consume organized, retail services and products. Your demand for franchising increases simultaneously because as if you're not a brand, people only treat you as a commodity, and commodity does not add any value. So Second thing which I like to maybe talk about is, why companies franchise. And that's also very, very important to be understand. And we call that, there's some principles, which are important in franchising to be understood. And the first principle is capital, to raise money. This is something which is debt-free, equity-free. आज की तारीख में अगर आप बहुत सारे news पढ़ते हैं, there are a lot of companies raising money for various reasons, या तो equity या debt कहीं ना कहीं जाता है. But जो franchising है, this is a debt-free, equity, free kind of, raising of capital. And we call that the OPM principle, which is other people money. That's the first reason why companies, franchise. Second is to become more efficient. So we say efficiency in day-to-day operations, because unlike maybe a business which is run by an individual and maybe at a company level also, if I have to run multiple stores as a business owner, my efficiency of operating that store by the time I open the second, third, fourth, fifth will start coming down, right? So efficiencies आपके नीचे जाती हैं तो आपकी performance affect करती है. And franchising is best formula that can help you make very strong unit economics. And जब एक franchisee operate करता है, आपका unit economics comparatively 10 से 15% ज़्यादा efficient हो जाता है. And that is second reason, because there are owners who are working in these outlets. They're not, talent which is, hired and working. So these are owners working under the owner. Third is speed, which is maybe the scale of the business. And just speed पे एक franchising grow कर सकती है. A company owned outlets उस speed पे नहीं grow कर सकते हैं. And this is the reason the biggest of companies, from Coca-Cola to P&G to Reliance to Tata, चाहे वो product company है, service company है, all these companies globally in India have used franchising as a very efficient tool to, expand and scale. Now, how big this opportunity is, how big the market is, it is a very, very big impact market. I'm sure whatever I've said so far, अगर आप देखेंगे whatever you're consuming today, चाहे वो आपका food है, outlet आप जहाँ से आप अपनी दवाइयाँ लेते हैं, salon जाते हैं, चश्मे खरीदते हैं, maybe the preschool your child goes to, or the school your child goes to, the hospital that we go in, the hotels that we go, the restaurants that we go and dine in. Today, everything is coming from a franchise outlet. And globally, industry बहुत बड़ी है, तकरीबन $4.5 trillion की industry है, which is even bigger than the GDP of India. And Hindustan आज दुनिया की second largest franchise market है, America के बाद. And it contributes nearly, this number has become very big. This is almost about 120 billion now. $120 billion की market है हिंदुस्तान में, and it is still growing. हर साल ये कम से कम 40% grow करता है year on year. Or majority of people, who are even buying businesses are a lot of professionals. They're first-time business buyers who are actually, coming and buying businesses. And this is comparatively, I would say, more safe, because a franchise business, brings a big safety net, and it has a very strong business model, which is tried and tested. One, and second, it also keeps the independence of, or I would say, the ownership of a, business owner intact. He's not working for somebody; he's running a business for himself. So this is about the industry, and I'll talk about, 4 or 5 things rather, where, we think it is important for us to also look at partners, because the opportunity is too big for even maybe a company like us with the current distribution. I still have many pockets in the country where I still feel I'm not, serving the market to the level I need to serve. Maybe a market like Delhi, where I have the biggest of my teams deployed, and our headquarters in Delhi is also a market where even if I have maybe 10 more partners or 15 more partners coming in Delhi NCR, I would still have enough opportunities to cater to the next 15. So I think the first thing which I feel is very, very important when we look at, IFC partner, maybe a journey, with us, is the talent, and especially, to hire a talent like that for any company, including a company like us, is not something which is very, very, easy job. And most of my current channel partners, they come with the experience of working in some of the senior, management, mid-management positions for nearly 15, 20, 30 odd years. So very difficult to get that talent. And this situation becomes even worse if I have to look at an opportunity in tier 2, tier 3 markets. How do I get that talent? The only, solution we get is, bring a partner who brings that, talent pool along with him. Second is, I would say, is, that ownership, which means that if you look at franchising, one big reason why people franchise is that, feeling that power of common ownership, and that maybe an owner like a partner, brings along with him. That's very, very important in a business case like us, because End of the day, our company is not selling a product. I'm not a product company which has an idiot proof product and say, this is a pen, it can be sold at 100 rupees in any market by anybody. I'm a solution driven company, advisory centric company. So more ownership, which I bring in the business, makes my client more, I would say, powerful in taking that decision, and he trusts us more. Third is consistency. So when I say consistency, a lot of my partners today have even broken the benchmarks that some maybe years back that we used to do, and we felt this was the highest that we could do. This is what is maybe the highest benchmark or the milestone what we could have actually done. So my partners have gone all out, with their unlimited potential. And that's something which we very much, value. They would not limit by a month and say today's 30th and my business goes and I'm done. So they have worked very hard, and rather we were speaking to myself and my colleague Sanjay. We both were in fact in discussion with a lot of our partners the last almost 15 odd days, making a JFM plan, and some of them have given a plan which is even very difficult for us to dream. If we were to give a target like that to our teams to do that and even think ourselves, we would have never taken or thought about that. So that's what our partners bring in, because they are their own bosses, right? Fourth, what I would say is integrated, because all my partners are respected in their cities, and they're not somebody who's going to advise for the sake of earning maybe a few extra, dollars on the business. And lastly, we need an attitude, which is a learner attitude. We have about 3 trainings every week that we do, their morning meetings, and all my partners, who are hungry for knowledge, are there every day on these morning meetings, all 365 days of the month that we do. They have not missed, most of them have not missed, the ones who are successful have not missed even a single, weekly meeting that we do 3 times in a week. So we need somebody who comes with an everyday drive attitude, and somebody who wants to, gain knowledge. And lastly, the piece which I want to cover is also while we look forward to having, partners from across, but equally important to understand your background. And on the investment side, we'll come on the presentation and the slide, but comparatively, a model of independent franchise consultant is a asset light model. And when I say asset light model, आपको कोई infrastructure में investment नहीं करना, कोई working capital भी नहीं चाहिए इसमें. The only 2 things that we need, which makes you, great and success in this particular structure, is first and foremost is your time involvement, and second is your knowledge, and maybe zest to have that knowledge level rise every day by every communication, every investor or client that you speak to. So that is what we expect from our partners. So before the friends we take on further, I'll now request my colleague Sanjay to take you through a presentation. And I will also request if we can ask, because like I mentioned, we want to make the session very, very interactive. If you want to share about you, आप professional हैं, आप अपना career change देख रहे हैं. So we have a couple of questions which I'll request, Sanjay, if you want to put that questions, and let's understand, who comes with the answers.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for giving us large view of this. So friends, today, if we talk about an opportunity in franchising, it is, as we discussed, that it is every household has at least one person who is looking forward for starting a new business. And if we see what is we consume on daily basis, so anything and everything is coming from franchise industry. You start a day and you see milk products and bakery product to start with, so it is coming from a franchise industry. You now talk about your kids going to school is a franchise opportunity. Schools are all franchised. They go to salons, also are franchise. They go to gyms, are franchise. Today, the kids' gyms has been opened for kids only, especially for kids. For clothing, if you'll see kids wear, so there's a clothing brand, they are also offering only franchise, because there is no other way you can go and operate your business in different cities and different markets. It is very difficult. And if you'll see the brand called Bata, 10 years back, they were all investment was coming from the company owned. It was company owned. All the models were company owned stores. We called as COCO model, company owned and company operated. But now, since franchising has grown up, so last 10 years, we are working with Bata and all franchise outlets we are opening now. So they are not, anything and everything is going now from franchising way, because they are not investing from themselves. If you talk about Tata Chroma, they have 72 outlets which are company owned, operated by company also, and company owned by company. So it's a COCO model. So company owned, company operated. But now they also reach out to us that they want to have investor for this company-owned outlets. Now they want to raise the fund from the market, because fundraising is the only way today to if you want to grow your business. But where you will go for fundraising? So Franchise India is the only company which is the fundraising company, because if any business at any scale you want to now grow further, you want to get funds in the company, either you go and find out an investor who can give you 100 crore or 200, 500 crores. But at startup, it's very difficult to ask someone to invest in your company, because you have no structure, you have no strength, you have no network which has been built. So franchising is the only first option which is very, very viable, wherein we open your stores through franchising. So asset value goes up. So if you have got 10 stores with you, so it gives you an asset value. Then through Franchise India only, there are investors who are coming and looking forward for good brands to invest in. And while you are working with us and we promote you, so you get investments also. So there are a lot of companies which has become now unicorn. They are becoming now very big in the business, because they have grown through us. So that is where an opportunity today with Franchise India is, that Tata, Reliance, Dabur, Bata, all these companies are working with Franchise India. So we have around 85 to 90% companies which are startups. They come to us, we build their structure, we build their business models, all the documentation and everything. We make them ready for franchise. We go to the market, we operate through our events. We go to different markets and we offer this franchise opportunity to investors. But to go pan-India, it is very difficult from the corporate office to handle all these events and all these small cities, shows and everything, because we cannot reach there where a local, my partner would be having local knowledge, because he has a local reach. That's why we have last 2.5 years built this independent franchise consultant network. And we are now very fortunate that 97 cities today, we have very, very strong network through our IFC channel. And now if you see anyone who is in Nasik and looking forward to invest in any of the business and want to start something, who would help him? Now, after the COVID period, if we talk about a lot of people who have lost their jobs, what they will do? A lot of people who have migrated to their cities where they are coming from, so their hometowns, they have gone back. So what they will do there? Apart from Delhi, Mumbai, you won't find a job which is giving you a lakh of rupees as a salary. But what you will do, you are looking forward for starting up some businesses and you have no idea where to invest. So if you have 5 lakh even, it's also risky. If you have 5 crore, it's also with all the risk factors. So you need someone who can handhold you, who can properly guide you, who can properly structure a deal for you, because it is there are a lot of stages to it. So first is information stage, wherein we give information to the investor that these are things which are happening. We create their profile, and then we go for the evaluation process, where we really evaluate what his requirement is, what his budget is, and then what is the profile of the person who is going to drive this business, because it has to be profitable for both sides. Because if you're investing, then you also look forward for what is the ROI coming to you, what is the return on investment coming to you. And investment, if any business you start, it's 10 lakh, 20 lakh, 25 lakh rupees you invest, and it is always highly risky. So when you go direct, so the if you say the risk factor, it goes from bottom to up, so it's going upwards. So if you take any consultant like Franchise India as a consulting company in between, then it goes from top to bottom. But there is nothing which is with zero risk. So, but we minimize the risk factor, and it is all happening through our independent franchise consultants today, because they are local, they have credibility, as we were discussing, they are having a lot of experience, they are very mature people, and they're consistent. Because if any investor starts a discussion with someone today, and it gets matured in maybe 2 months, 3 months time, so then you need to be there consistently. You need to be there so that he anytime comes back to you and you are there, that I'm here. It gives a lot of confidence. And then if you're local, you will talk about that I'm Franchise India, because we want you to be Franchise India after becoming our partner. We support you throughout. We give you complete opportunities coming from our side, which is franchise opportunities, businesses, because that's what our capability is, that we have thousands of opportunities who are with contract with us that we are structuring their network and we are developing their franchise network across India. And also, we also are offering you complete support. So support in the term of, it is in 3 stages. While you come on the board and you become our partner, so you are completely dependent. So you are dependent, then we take you through with our support to the next stage, which is interdependent. So you have learned half of the things, then further we are coming on the call and we take you through the journey and we'll give some business also closed for you. Then third stage comes wherein you become completely independent. So dependent, interdependent, and completely independent. So then it becomes your own business. You become business owner, because our business is not, there is another ROI, because ROI is in every business. But if you are looking forward for any opportunity which is very, very low cost and which is very, very established business, which is already proven in the market, and you want to join that, of course, because you don't want to take any risk, then Franchise India, which is 25-year-old, and we have already structured everything. We have market value, and people know us, investors know us, brand know us. That's why all these big brands are also coming to us to help them to expand their business. So then we also offer you training, which is ongoing training from our side. So right from at the joining time, 3 days training program, which is physically we do in our corporate office. And then every day there is a brand training also happening. There's a product training also, which is happening through us. So we provide you complete fundamentals and structure through our side, so that you become completely independent. And once you become independent, it's very highly rewarding business, because in our business, which we'll take you through a presentation, so that will give you a complete understanding about how we are now looking forward for structuring this with our partners. But there will be another round of discussion after this webinar, wherein we will also help you bit by bit, so that you can get more understanding about this business. So you ask some questions, we'll also ask some questions, wherein we also do them selection processes. So today we are taking you through this presentation. So Arup, if you can confirm if my screen is visible.
Yeah, now it's absolutely visible. Please go ahead.
All right, thank you. So friends, what we offer is tablet. T stands for technology. So when you start working, you need some CRM, you need email ID also from the Franchise India domain, which would ensure that you are Franchise India partner. You are actually writing a mail on behalf of Franchise India. So we help you with the CRM, all the database, lead structuring, it is coming to your CRM. And also we will create an email ID from Franchise India domain, and you will have access to this, and then you will start working with all the investors, brands, and across with your official email ID from Franchise India. A stands for access to the infrastructure. So what we have built our offices across. Anywhere you are, you can use our office. Suppose if you are in Pune, we have office in Pune. That's our company-owned property, which is in World Trade Center. So you can use our office for your meetings. You can invite your investor, you can invite your brand, and you can give your complete presentation, and you can completely have access to this office. If you're in Kolkata, we have office in Kolkata. If you're in Mumbai, likewise, everywhere you are, and our office is there. So you can use our infrastructure for your daily meetings as well. B stands for brands. As we discussed, it's very, very difficult to have this brand capability, these opportunities with you, because that's why we are very fortunate that there is no other company in the market which has been established in this franchise business, because it is not easy to have those opportunities with you, to build this structure wherein every company is there with you available. That's why it has taken us 25 years. The journey is 25 years. But today, if at all there is any investor who is looking forward for some any opportunity, we can get that, provided your brand is offering the franchise. So we can reach out to that brand, and we can help that investor with that franchise opportunity. So that's our capability, because it's been a long journey since we have built this structure brick by brick, so that all the companies which are at startup level, they have no other opportunity, they have no other option to go for expansions. This is the only option for them. And if you talk about the mid-segment companies, they have worked with us earlier. Now we have built their structure. They might have some 30-40 franchisees already. Now they want to build it further. They want to increase the numbers, so they have to come back to us only. And if you talk about the large corporates, Today, Reliance have that capability to open up 100 offices across in 100 cities, but the time is not for investment from the company side. So Reliance is also not investing. They are also talking about having a local investor as their partner, which only we can get them for. So further, what we are offering is lead support, which is L stands for leads. So we have minimum 50 leads which we are giving. These 50 leads would be every month a guaranteed from our side. But when you start working, we create your profile. We give you all the brands which you want to drive. We'll create your profile with the right brands and opportunities which would fit for your market, which would fit for your pocket, and of course, which are relevant to your profile as well. So then we will also give you leads, which are all the brand-based leads, which are from those brands, so that their investors are looking forward for those brands. That we have done a lot of marketing we do, and that will be given to you. That's a complete support from our side. But entire journey, you don't have to invest even a single rupee for any marketing, any lead generation, or any branding opportunity. So everything would be done by Franchise India. E stands for access to events. So event is because we are an event company, we do exhibitions wherein we invite investors, we invite brands, and then we do the deal structuring between both. So Franchise India plays a vital role as a consultant to get them together and to structure that deal. So we help investor because the investor is also not having any access to any brand, and brand also don't know about the investor. So that's what Franchise India team is coming in between, who create that profile, both sides, and then present to each other. And then we get that tri-party call done, and we invite both of them in these events. And if deal is done, so that comes to in our account. So largely, all these events are being driven by our IFC channel because if we are doing any event in any of the tier 2, tier 3 cities, and I don't have my access there. So I have indirect access wherein I have now a partner who is already there in that city and who represents Franchise India. So we have built our structure in largely in all cities across. But since the time was there when we could see that opportunity is for only one IFC partner, so we created one. Now there are some cities where we have got around 20 IFC partners also, like Hyderabad, Bangalore. But now since we can see the opportunity is now growing every day. Other cities, small cities, tier 2 cities, we had one. Now opportunity is now for second also, so we are looking forward for second. So there are few cities which are left where we are open for that. We will definitely discuss with you which city you are coming from. In the meantime, you can use your Q&A box and you can share your city name also, which city you are coming from. So our team members can check if that is available. So we can definitely have a fruitful discussion with you. So T stands for training. Now this training would, as I said, it will be 3 days training. Every month, we have a new batch coming to our corporate office where we have this physical training for 3 days. And you come to corporate office and all staying and pick and drop and everything, it will be all with us. So we are having a new batch coming on this 7th, 8th, 9th. So it will be great if someone is of that level and looking forward to start immediate. We may invite you also to join this immediate training and your business will get started immediately. So this is every month after selection, we organize this physical meeting and training in our office. So that is happening every month as a batch. So we create a batch. So every month they come to our office. So that is wherein training is all about. So this would be given by our chairman himself, one full day from our chairman side. And rest would be all the business heads and the different verticals heads. They will be giving you complete understanding about their products and about their way of working. So we have a lot of international brands also whom wherein we have invested, we have taken master rights, and now we are promoting them in India. So if you all are aware, pizza brands which are international, you have heard about Pizza Hut, you have heard about Domino's Pizza. So at one point of given of time, we have entered them in India. So we got them in India and then we promote. Now today, if you are going for and asking for franchise for both brands, they are not offering any franchise today. So what will happen? So people are still asking for our international brand in pizza business. So what we have done is we have got another brand from US, that is Figaro Pizza. which we have now already launched. So we are coming in 3 cities, Hyderabad, Mumbai, and Delhi. So we have signed 3 master franchises already now. So once we are opening now outlets for them, you will be also knowing that there's another chain of pizza chain which is coming in India, which is international. So that's a US base, but right now stores are not open. That's why nobody knows about Figaro Pizza. So that's the 3rd chain, largest chain, which is internationally in multi countries. So it's a US base. So we have invested, we have taken master rights. So now we are promoting in India. So likewise, there are huge number of brands which are internationally looking forward for now entering India, and India becomes their entry point. We have Front Global as one of our international arm of the business. So through Front Global, we launch these international brands in India. So that's what this is all about. And the proposed structure of IFC. Yes, there is a proposed structure of IFC that wherein you join, what is the base level, and what is an opportunity for you to grow to the next level, and how it is going to change your complete payout structure. That also next slide we will discuss about. So I'll invite my colleague Arup. He can give you a little more understanding, spend some time on this slide probably, and next slide then I'll take you through how the payout structure is being structured for you. So over to you, Arup. Thank you.
Hi, thank you, and welcome once again to all of you. And of course, indeed, Happy New Year. Hope it has started with a well note from your end. Every organization has a structure in terms of the career growth. So these business opportunity, what we are calling as independent franchise consultant, is also having a foolproof structure in terms of growth strategies concerned. As we said that we have, as of now, in 97 cities, we have our presence. So total, if I talk about the tally, close to somewhat around 150 people have already been onboarded in the last couple of years, who have taken this business opportunity, and they are doing phenomenally on a growth trajectory, right? But if I put together the overall experience of all these 150 people, it comes to more than 1,000 years. That means on an average, so it comes to 20 plus years of experience, 20 plus experience from their corporate domain, from their enterprise, or whether they are into entrepreneurships, right? But if somebody comes with any kind of, irrespective of any kind of experience, they has to join at the base level called IFC. So we have a growth trajectory in terms of the 4 tiers. We start from IFC. The next level of growth is called as IFC Elite, then IFC Pro, and finally IFC Masters. If somebody comes and say that, boss, I do have 30 years of experience, I would like to go directly join as IFC Master, that is not so. It cannot be that propositions. Everybody has to start with a band called IFC, the next level promotion Elite, and then Pro, and finally the Masters. How it takes you to the next level. So overall, it's all about my passion. It's all about my fast track strategy. How fast I'm going to achieve this one. It is all about depending on the time involvement. As Ms. Sonia G was also saying, Sanjay was also saying, it is all about return on my time investments. So what we call as ROTI. In our terminology, we call as ROTI, return on time investment. The more I'm giving the time, the more is my success ratio, and more I'm going to faster achieve my next milestone. So we have kept a benchmark, as you do the gross business volume of 15 lakhs gross revenue, then you get to the next level, which is IFC Elite. We have kept a window of 1 year. It's up to me how fast I'm going to do it. I can do it within 15 days, 30 days, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months. So as on when, once I touch that benchmark, immediately I get upgraded to next level called IFC Elite. Similarly, within a 1 year time, once I achieve the benchmark of 50 lakhs, then I'll be designated as IFC Pro, upgraded to next level IFC Pro. And finally, on a delivery of 1 crore within the same 1 year timeline, then I becomes IFC Masters. So, for example, tomorrow you join, you sign up, you shake hands with Franchise India, and you have delivered say 50 lakhs. So, from IFC straight away you will jump to IFC Pro, because you have already done as IFC the gross volume of 50 lakhs. So, similarly, you jump over that. So, how it is going to change your payout structure? We will go to the next slide, so we'll take you through. Please on the next slides. Yes. You want to take, or should I continue? Yeah. So Okay, fine. How it is going to change? Let me continue with the payout structure. How it is going to be phenomenal. So as I joined as a IFC level, now as we say that we work with two communities. At one side, we have the brands and we have the, on the other side, we have the investors. So we are basically the transaction or a deal maker between the investor and the brands. Okay. Now in that case, we have a couple of products. So wherever you see, I'll ask if you move your cursor. So wherever you see I, that means the product is from the investor side. And wherever you see the B, the product is from the brand side. So we have two products from the investor side because we are a consulting company. So consulting company or a consultant, they charge their time. So definitely we are also charging from the investor side and also from the brand side. So from the investor side, we have two products called IA and IS. And we have two products from the brand side called BS and BD. Now, what is IA, IS, BS, and BD? I am going to elaborate. Okay. Now, giving a quick example. Suppose I am an investor, I am a lead, because we will be providing you the leads, 50 leads commitment is there from the company side, all are qualified leads. So I have been generated by Franchise India through some Google campaign or some Instagram campaign, and I have been qualified after doing the necessary checker and maker process. So I have been qualified and I have been assigned under you. Now my investment appetite comes to say around 15 lakhs of investment I'm looking at. I'm looking for some business opportunity. So I've been assigned under you. You are going to do me the counseling. You are going to do me the advisory. You will give me 3, 4, 5 industry options. And of course, then finally you are going to help me to finalize the industry and the brands also. But before that, since I am not a registered member of Franchise India, so I'll not be able to get more and more services. To get the services, Franchise India will charge me some fees, which is a consulting fees. So what we do, up to investment value of say 50 lakhs, we charge 80,000 rupees from the investors. But we don't take 80,000 rupees at one go. We take it in 2 sets. First, what we'll say, you will ask me as a consultant of Franchise India, you'll ask me as an investor, was you pay 30,000 rupees, which is called a registration fees. But in our terminology, we call it as investor acquisition or investor advantage. So in short, it is called as IA. So once I pay 30,000 rupees, of course, these are all plus excluding GST. So I'm not repeating every time plus GST. So whatever the amount I'm quoting, these are all excluding of GST. So once I pay 30,000 rupees, my profile gets initiated. You are going to create my portfolio. You are going to offer me 3, 4 industry options because my investment capacity is up to 15 lakhs. So which are the industry or the businesses come into that bracket? It can be like pharmacy franchisee. It can be laundry business, which comes at say 13, 14 lakhs. It can be a salon, which can also come within 15 lakhs. It can be like pocket cafe restaurant, small, and so on and so forth. Now, you will give me the industry option. You will give me a lot of dossiers about futuristic plan of these brands or everything. Now I've finalized that I'll go for a pharmacy, for example. I'm interested to open the pharmacy franchise. So in that case, which are the brands are listed with Franchise India brand portfolio? As a consultant, you will dig out, you will see that the brands like maybe Apollo Pharmacy, brands like Pharmacy, brands like Sanjeevani, etc., these are there. So I finalized that, yes, I'm going to go for a brand called Apollo Pharmacy, right? Now, to open the franchisee of Apollo Pharmacy, the total investments comes around 12, 13 lakhs. That's the maximum investment comes, which includes the components like franchise fees, number 1. Number 2 is the cost of the inventories, the stocks, medicine jo dukaan mein rakhenge wo, the rental of space, that shop, manpower, etc. Now, what you do, you will connect me with the brand now, with the representatives or a brand owners, which we call in our terminology as tri-party call or tri-party meeting, because brands will take it forward to take the to do the closures. As a consulting firm, as a consultant, our job is to bring both the parties on a single table and then thereby get going to close the deal. Fine. So you will plug in me with the respective brand. The respective brand is Apollo Pharmacy here. In that case, since 5 lakhs is the franchise fees out of the 12 lakhs. Okay, now I have to pay as an investor, I'm going to pay 5 lakhs rupees to the brand called Apollo Pharmacy. Now that 5 lakhs rupees, which the brand is charging, brand and Franchise India has every brand and a Franchise India has an agreement, what we call as MOU during the onboarding process, that whatever the franchise fees the brand is going to charge from the investor, Franchise India will get a share of 30 to 40%. Okay, that is our service fee from the brand, because I'm going to sell the unit of franchise, a unit of the brand, so I'm going to get the share of it. I'm bringing the investor on board and getting the deal done, right? So if the agreement, in the agreement, if it is mentioned as 40%, for example, then 40% of 5 lakhs becomes 2 lakhs rupees. That is the amount, or that is the fees which I'm going to get from the brand. That is my second product called BS. BS stands for brand service fee. So brand is going to pay to Franchise India. Now balance that, out of that 80,000, which I'm going to get it from the investor, I've already taken 30,000 rupees upfront. Balance 50,000 rupees that investor, I as an investor, I'm going to pay to Franchise India again, because I've got all these kind of support elements and everything. So I have got a deal done. This transaction has been done. So 50,000 I'm going to pay. So what is the total revenue to Franchise India then? It is 30,000. That's IA. 50. Then you have 2 lakhs from the brand side, which is called BS. And finally, 50,000 rupees from the investor side again, which is called IS. So total revenue to Franchise India Kitty is 2,80,000. You as a consultant in this transaction, in this deal, you are going to get 40% of 2,80,000, which is 1,12,000. That is the payout you are going to get, right? Now, please note this BS, that brand success fee or service fee we get, it varies from brand to brand, industry to industry, and as well as on the ticket size. So on a scale of say 12 lakhs investment or 13 lakhs, 15 lakhs investment, we get as low as 2 lakhs rupees from any brand. And our higher ticket size, like maybe 10 crores, like PC Jewelers, that opportunity, or maybe Tata Chroma, 6.5 crores, we get around 20-25 lakhs. So accordingly, you can also calculate your 40% payout, how it becomes, right? Now, my last product, these are all transactional. So transactional is happening between brand and investors, right? Which we are doing. The last product which we have is called BD, that calls brand development or a business development. You have that opportunity to refer the brand also. Today, we have more than 15,000 brands in our kitty. Every time we are getting, every alternative, we are launching a brand, new brands. Okay, or it can be a startup brand, it can be a mid-segment brands, or it can be a large corporates. Now, I'll give you an example. For example, a place like say Amravati in Maharashtra. I don't know, a brand, a lot of brands are there, maybe in food industry, maybe in retail, or maybe other formats or other industry. They are looking for an expansion. They are looking for a franchising. I'll not be able to figure it out which brand is actually going to do that one. They are looking for a franchise partner. But yes, I can do it because I do have my partner out there. I do have my IFC consultant called Mr. Atul. He is there. He can refer me because he is the local, gentleman there. He is having that kind of knowledge. Yes, which brand, which industry is actually growing there, and they are looking for a franchising. They are looking to go for an expansion. So you can also refer, whether you are from Pune, whether from anywhere in the country, you can refer a brand. You just refer a brand. What we are going to do, as Sonia Madam was also talking about, the Francom. Francom is a US company, a Chicago-based company. They are specialized in franchise consulting, 50 years old company. So we are going to design the entire blueprint of an organization in terms of making them franchise ready, including all those strategy, marketing, licensing, legal, fits, including, right? You just refer that brand. During that onboarding process, we charge one engagement fees, which can be as low as maybe 8 lakhs rupees and can go up to 25-30 lakhs rupees, depending upon the kind of services or the scope of work which we need to render. Now, suppose you have referred one brand, we have charged 10 lakhs rupees, and you as a consultant will get straight flat 20% of that. And again, of course, after renewal also, there will be a chance. And tomorrow, once you are promoting that brand, driving that brand and your geography locations, the structure of 40% that, because we will give you the leads of the investor, you will do the deal and you will get a 40%. So against opening of any unit through you, the deal gets matched, that lead gets matured through you, you get a structure over here. So what you are going to get in terms of leads, of course, yes, we commit to give you 50 leads per month as per the agreement. But on an average, you get almost more than 100-120 leads in a month. These are all qualified leads. So at IFC level, you are authorized to get one CRM ID. The CRM ID where you can access a lead management system. You get your official email ID, that the identity which talks about your partnership with Franchise India and representing these big brands in the market, so that you get on, of course, on promotions, next level, IFC Elite, you get 50%. As I said, that how you can go up to the next level. In the previous slide, I told you that from IFC to IFC Elite, once I once I hit the benchmark of 15 lakhs gross revenue, I become IFC. In that case, I'm going to become a 50-50 partners with Franchise India in terms of my 3 products, which are transactional, IA, IS, and BS. Similarly, once I hit the benchmark of 50 lakhs in a year, I becomes IFC Pro, and my payout structure will successively grow up to 60%. And finally, on a delivery of 1 crore, I become IFC Masters. And in that case, I become a 70% shareholder with Franchise India. That means on a revenue earning of 100 rupees by Franchise India at IFC band, at a level of IFC, I'm eligible to get 40 rupees and Franchise India will return 60 rupees. But at a band, at the topmost level, when I reach to the topmost level as IFC Masters, I get 70, you get 70 rupees and Franchise India return 30 rupees. But on my BD, that is brand development or business development, on referral of a brand, you flat get 20% wherever you are, any positions, whether you are at IFC or at any elite or pro and masters. How it is going to change in the terms of leads? Of course, yes, there will be a more and more influx of the leads will be there, more inflow of leads. And these, please note, these leads are on a daily basis, on an average of 2, 3, 5 numbers. Not in like that, one fine morning, you have been dumped with 50 leads in your CRM ID. No. So you will get 2, 3 leads so that you can call them, meet them, build your funnel, and go for a deal closures, right? And of course, yes, once you grow in the ecosystem from IFC to next level and so on and so forth, you need more and more helping hands who is going to help you to drive your business. It can be your family members, you can involve your spouse, brother, sister, parents, whosoever, or you can appoint some executives also. It can be executives or telecallers. We are going to help you by technological means, giving you additional CRM ID and email ID, which is a cost to the company, but we are not going to charge. So there is not the end in terms of your earning potentials. It's a humongous, it's a unbelievable, sky is the limit. I'm sure you people are heading from different domains, maybe from financial services, maybe from some other industry like real estate, or maybe pharmaceuticals, distributions, or maybe FMCG. There is a restricted in terms of the payout structure. It is as low as 7% and can go up to maximum 15-20%. In financial services, it is not more than 20% as per the capping done by regulatory authority, that is IRDA. But here, the payout structure starts from 40% and goes up to 70%, right? Now, what else are there? Like in January, February, March, which we call as the festival of franchise sales. Festival, because these 3 months, last 3 months of the final financial year quarter, there the business happens, which contributes around more than 50 to 55% for the overall total business which happens. Here, a lot of brands, the brands like Bata, brands like Archive, brands like Child EGA, a lot of salon brands, upcoming brands, they have given a cash incentive schemes. For example, if you are selling one Bata franchise sale, which comes at an opportunity of 35 to 40 lakhs, you are in, say, a level of, say, IFC or Elite, whichever the position you are. So whatever the payout structure is there, whether it is 40%, 50%, you are going to get it from Franchise India. But additionally, you are also getting cash incentives of, say, 1 lakh rupees, 1.5 lakhs, 2 lakhs from the brands directly. In order to ensure that their channel can be developed, their franchise outlet can be opened. And they utilize our channel, that is our IFC partners, right? So you have that immense potential to make money, where sky is the limit. Of course, yes, every quarter there is a rewards and recognitions, award ceremony programs are being conducted at a domestic level as well as international level. Foreign trips are there every quarter. Last quarter, that is just ended a quarter of OND, October, November, December, in quarter 3. There was a destination of Dubai, so we are finalizing in this month. Almost close to 40% people has qualified out of my 120 odd people are there. So they are going to go Dubai at the cost of the company. It's a conventions which we are doing for 4 nights, 5 days. So this kind of rewards and recognitions, your identity, your unlimited potential to earn money are there, and of course your knowledge is going to also increase. Today you may be a specialist in financial consulting or any other management consulting or any other industry but you are restricted to only 1 or 2 industry in terms of your exposures. But tomorrow, once you join hands after selection process, of course, yes, after selection process, once we do one-on-one meeting, and once the selection process is over, then once you come and join, you get exposure to almost close to 300 industries. So that's a huge opportunity is there. This is the bundle of packages is there. We are going to talk 101 After this webinar, all the team members will reach out to you individually to understand your profile in greater length and details, and then we'll take it forward for a final sign-off. Now, what it takes actually, how to get qualified and after qualifying and how you get. Of course, this is a business model, not a freelancing. So every business is attached with a cost. Now, how it is the cost is that you need to go for a license, because we are giving a license to you to represent Franchise India, not only in your geography, but across India, across the country, and also major parts of the globe where we are present, overseas also. So there is a cost, license fees of 4,50,000. If you go to the next slide. Sorry. So after this selection process and everything, eligibility criteria gets mixed up, then application formalities are there, onboarding process is there, and of course registration fee is there, one-time license fee, which is 4,50,000 plus GST at the rate of 18% is going to be there, which you need to pay. Okay, and this license is valid for 6 years, 3 plus 3. After 3 years, it gets renewed with no renewal cost, and thereafter 6 years, there is no renewal fee as of now. So it's a lifetime investment, and against that, you have seen the host of benefits and the supports and how you're going to transform your career. So this is all about there. So of course, you must have some questions because this is a one-way traffic. If you want to put it in the Q&A box, we can take another 2 minutes. But of course, yes, we have a limitation of time. Somebody is saying, Mr. Srinivas, is there any fee we should pay? Yes, sir. I have already told it's one-time fees, 4.5 lakhs plus GST. And then you get onboarded and you will be invited for a training, as we are conducting the training on 7th, 8th, 9th. So we have almost a batch of 17 people who are traveling from different locations of the country, different parts of the country, from Hyderabad, Bangalore, Mumbai, Nashik, Kolkata, Delhi. All these people are traveling. Their hotel stay, their logistics in terms of pickup and drop, everything has been totally streamlined, and we have arranged everything. And it's basically a certification training. It's a certification training. That means you get a license from School of Franchising from Franchise India, which is again a patent of Franchise India. So which you can represent. Yes, I am an authorized independent franchise consultant of Franchise India. So this is how it works. And of course, yes, and we will see in terms of our understanding, in terms of like-minded, when we get through one-on-one discussions over face-to-face or maybe through digital medium, and then we will take it forward to close this piece. So we'll find out, yes, we can shake hands together. So that's it from my side. Okay, over to you for a vote of thanks finally.
Thank you, Arup, and thank you very much, everyone who has been very patiently listening to us for the last 1 hour. So it's a highly rewarding, but not for everyone. So if you are looking forward for having such kind of opportunity to help investors, to guide them to become a consultant with very, very low cost, if you go and find out any other opportunity, you want to invest in any of the brand to start up a franchise, we will also help you. That will not be so low cost, and that will be very, very high cost, because in 10 to 20, 30 lakh rupees you have to invest, but you will be stuck to with one brand only. So what franchising is offering you, a multi-regional, multinational, and it is multi-industries opportunity where you can work for this, and we will support you further. So we can build it, we can discuss this, we can have further understanding one-on-one. So our team will reach out to you and will discuss with you. Any questions?
Before we sign off, I do have one question from Mr. Prakash Soni. If I'm not wrong, Mr. Prakash, you are from Udaipur. I spoke to you sometimes back. You are asking, can I take this training and certification remotely? I'm absolutely sorry, sir. It is a physical training. Every month we organize this training here at our corporate office. You come to know about corporate of Franchise India here at our headquarters in New Delhi. So you have to come and take the training, okay, 3 days, and rest other training which is happening on a day-to-day basis, whether it is a brand training, product training, refresher training. Of course, yes, it will happen over digital medium. But this is a certification training which has to be here at our place, physical, because where you will be attending the workshop. If I talk about I'll just take another 10 seconds. If I talk about the curriculum of this training, the first day the workshop happened, which is conducted by the franchise guru, Mr. Gaurav Maria, the founder and the chairman of this company, and he's the creator of this industry. Second day, there is a product training, and third day, there is a leadership training. So you come to know various form of businesses and everything. So it will be a physical training, sir. And yes, Mr. Patik Mahajan is saying, hi, I'm writing for your reply. Of course, yes, sir. I think Sanjay ji has already written to you that we are going to connect to you after the webinar. You have already left behind your numbers. Everyone, thank you so much for patiently hearing us for the last more than 1 hour now. And we could able to give you some good information. I'm sure that's a takeaway. So we will reach out to you one-on-one to take it forward.